Under the bright lights of the NBA Summer League on July 19, 2025, basketball fans were treated to yet another electrifying showdown. The energy was unmistakable, the stakes high, and the court became a proving ground for rookies and rising stars. From the tip-off to the final buzzer, every possession crackled with intensity as young talent battled for recognition and roster spots. The arena buzzed with anticipation as players stepped onto the hardwood, eager to showcase their skills. Coaches, scouts, and die-hard fans watched closely, hoping to witness the birth of the league's next breakout performer. Every pass, dribble, and shot was under the microscope. From the very beginning, the tone was set with aggressive defense and fast-paced offense. Players hustled back on every transition, diving for loose balls, showing grit and passion. It wasn't just about stats, it was about making a statement. The first quarter opened with a flurry of threes, deep cuts to the basket, and high-energy defense. It was clear that both teams were out to prove something. The intensity rivaled regular season games, and it didn't take long before a standout began to emerge. One young guard took control early, pushing the tempo, orchestrating the offense, and hitting timely shots. His vision was impeccable, threading passes through tight windows and keeping defenders on their heels. With each play, he turned heads on the sidelines. But it wasn't a one-man show. A towering center battled in the paint, swatting shots and pulling down rebounds with authority. On offense, he showed surprising footwork and a soft touch around the rim. The big man dominated both ends, anchoring his team's efforts. The opposing squad responded with perimeter firepower. Their sharpshooter lit up the scoreboard, draining back-to-back threes that sent the crowd into a frenzy. His release was quick, his form pure, and his confidence undeniable. By halftime, it was a back-and-forth affair. Neither team gave an inch, and the margin remained razor-thin. Coaches rallied their players in the locker room, fine-tuning plays and emphasizing execution. It was a chess match wrapped in chaos. The third quarter brought more fireworks. A silky smooth forward exploded for a scoring run, slashing to the rim with grace and finishing through contact. He played with poise beyond his years, using a combination of footwork, timing, and sheer will to leave defenders grasping. Not to be outdone, a bench player made his presence felt, coming in cold and delivering a spark. He hustled on defense, forced turnovers, and hit a crucial corner three that shifted the momentum. These unsung heroes often write the most compelling summer league stories. The crowd rose to their feet as momentum swung wildly. 1 minute, it looked like a blowout was brewing, and the next, a run flipped the script. Fans couldn't look away, even for a second. Every play mattered. Every whistle echoed. Defensively, the teams clamped down late in the third. Hands were active in passing lanes. Players contested everything. Nothing came easy. It was the type of gritty basketball that seasoned veterans appreciate, a throwback to playground toughness. As the fourth quarter began, exhaustion started to show. But hearts kept beating faster, and adrenaline pushed bodies through fatigue. Leaders emerged, not just in stats, but in communication, hustle, and decision-making. Some players clearly understood what it meant to be a floor general. A crucial stretch midway through the fourth saw lead changes on 5 straight possessions. The game's pace quickened as desperation grew. One guard sank a pull-up three, pointed to the heavens, and smiled at the crowd. It was his moment. With under 2 minutes remaining, the scoreboard was nearly tied. Coaches barked out instructions, and teammates leaned into one another. Every possession now carried the weight of pressure and possibility. One bad pass could swing the outcome. A key defensive stop led to a transition break, and a powerful dunk sent the crowd into a frenzy. The slam was a statement, a punctuation mark on a night full of emotion and drama. It brought teammates off the bench, screaming in celebration. But the opposition had fight left in them. A contested mid-range jumper found nothing but net, and suddenly it was a 1-point game. Timeouts were called. Strategies revised. Pressure tightened like a vice. In the final seconds, the trailing team had one last shot. The ball was inbounded to their hottest shooter. He took a dribble, stepped back, and let it fly from deep. The ball hung in the air as everyone held their breath. The shot rimmed out. Gasps filled the air. Players collapsed to the floor, either in celebration or in heartbreak. The buzzer sounded, and the game was over, but the memories were just beginning. Coaches shook hands, while players embraced and offered respect. These were not just games, they were auditions, battles, and dreams in motion. For some, this night would be their launchpad. For others, a lesson. In the post-game wrap-up, analysts dissected key moments, praised emerging stars, and speculated on future potential. The broadcast crew couldn't stop talking about the performance of the night, the young guard who orchestrated the game like a seasoned vet. Social media exploded with highlights. One crossover went viral. A block in the second quarter racked up thousands of shares. Fans debated MVPs of the night and predicted which rookies might crack opening day rosters. Scouts scribbled notes feverishly. Some players raised their stock. Others faded under pressure. That's the nature of the Summer League, no guarantees, only opportunities. And every night is a new chapter in an unfinished story. The night also reminded fans that talent can come from anywhere. International players, undrafted gems, and overlooked prospects all had their moments. The game is global, and its next star might be someone no one expected. On the sidelines, teammates supported each other loudly, clapping for every hustle play. Chemistry matters, even in Summer League. It was clear which teams had built camaraderie and which were still finding their rhythm. Commentators praised the effort level, noting how much pride these players carried. Even in missed shots and turnovers, the hunger to improve was undeniable. This wasn't just about highlights, it was about heart. One player's hustle stood out as he chased down a block from behind in the closing minutes. It didn't show up in the box score, but it changed the tone of the final stretch. That's the kind of play that coaches remember. Late-game free throws tested nerves. With everything on the line, a young forward calmly stepped to the line and knocked down both. Ice in his veins. Moments like that can make careers. The victory didn't just belong to the winning team. Every player who left it all on the court won something, a moment of growth, a taste of the spotlight, a chance to belong. For many, this was the most important game of their young lives. Cameras flashed. Families watched from the stands. Teammates patted backs. These moments stitched together the fabric of basketball dreams. The coaching staffs applauded their teams post-game, recognizing not just the scoreboard but the journey. Practices, film sessions, drills, it all led to this. The effort was appreciated, the growth visible. Fans filed out of the arena buzzing with conversation. They had witnessed something special. Not just basketball, but ambition, passion, and resilience. These games may not count in standings, but they count in spirit. The NBA Summer League continues to be a breeding ground for the future of the sport. Every night is another audition. Every game a canvas for young artists to paint their picture of greatness. As the lights dimmed and the hardwood cleared, echoes of sneakers and cheers lingered in the air. Another chapter closed, another opened. July 19, 2025, will be remembered not just for who won, but for how fiercely they fought. And tomorrow, another game, another spotlight. The grind never stops. The dream never sleeps. The journey continues.